welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, and it's around almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the 5th of January. And now I think time of recording doesn't matter anymore because the market is really going crazy, and it doesn't make any sense. Nothing is going to change much. Things are going down, and I'm looking at the VIXN right now, which is just behind me on the screen. And you will see that we have had a big spike today. So each of these candles are 1 day. So this was yesterday's spike, and this is today's spike. And as a result, as I always say, when the VIX goes up, the indexes will go down. So Nasdaq, which is connected to this VIXN, has gone down, and all our CRISPR shares are in Nasdaq. Fortunately for us, we are at a very, very strong point of support, where a horizontal support along with our long-term diagonal line support on this bull channel is helping us out. I hope and pray that we don't fall below this, because if we did, then our next stop is going to be at around 14954.18, which is the next support out there. So keeping my fingers crossed, all of you also pray, make sure that it doesn't fall below this. We are going to have more challenges in the next few days because we have a strong resistance out here, and the resistance is at 16032.76. So now you can understand why I'm saying that it doesn't mean when I record this segment, because things are not looking great. Okay, let's start off with some good news. I'm really excited that whatever we have been talking about, I had mentioned in this channel before, has come to pass. Like in Nasdaq today, I spotted this article which says that CRISPR could come alive in 2022. It was published on 29th of December. And they are saying exactly what we were talking about, and I think the emphasis here is that probably the first therapy that would be monetized would come from Vertex and CRISPR Therapeutics, which will be the sickle cell therapy. So that's one good news that I see today. And apart from that, there have been some other developments in our industry. Intellia Therapeutics and Kyverna Therapeutics announced collaboration to develop next generation allogenic T-cell therapy for autoimmune diseases. So as part of that agreement, Intellia granted Kyverna rights to use its proprietary ex vivo CRISPR Cas9 based allogenic platform for the development of KYV201, a next generation CD19 CAR T cell investigational candidate for the treatment of select autoimmune diseases. In exchange, Intellia received an equity stake in Kyverna and made an additional investment in Kyverna. Kyverna will lead and fund preclinical and clinical development for KYV201. Intellia will be eligible to receive certain development and commercial milestone payments, as well as low to mid single digit royalties on potential future sales. So that is one really good positive. The other big positive is that elsewhere on the media I read about prediction by Blackstone. Byron Wen, vice chairman, together with Joe Zeidel, chief investment strategist in the private wealth solutions group at Blackstone, today issued their list of 10 surprises for 2022. And this is the time, for the first time, that they mention CRISPR is going to be one of the surprises for 2022. Again, they are believing that it is probable that there is more than a 50% likelihood that EDIT-301 for sickle cell disease will be monetized this year. So those are two really good things to have in our corner. So hopefully all these guys are also true, and everything goes well, and we hit those targets, and then we can start going our way back to the bank. So that's all the good news I have for you today. Now let's get into the real world of the share prices. Now let's go on to our own shares. Before that, let me show you my list of shares that I keep tracking. So this is the established technology stocks, in which I have Google, Shopify, Microsoft, etc., etc. All of them are in the red. Then I have another list for new technology companies. All of those are also in the red. These include stuff like Marathon, PubMatic, Upstart, Fiverr, DraftKings, Etsy, SoFi, Palantir, everything. All of them are in the red. If I go to the core sector, this is where there is some green shoots out there. These are all fundamentally strong value stocks, And Caterpillar, for example, if you go back to my channel and look at an older video that I published, I think I did that almost 20 days ago, or maybe 25 days ago, where I mentioned that Caterpillar is a star. So it's already gone up significantly, $21 more than where it was before. So if you are owning Caterpillar, you would be in a great shape. Again, Walmart. These are all solid companies which have got value, and they're already generating a lot of revenues, and they're paying dividends. So those companies are doing well. And if we go to the automobile sector, now Tesla is also coming down significantly, and it has gone below the last support that we had for it out here, which is not good for the market. The reason why I'm showing you all this is to let you know that it's not just our shares that are suffering. The money has gone into established core stocks and also into financials. All my financial sector stocks are absolutely green. And then when we come to pharma and biotech, pharma has done well. These are all established pharma like Merck, Walgreen Boots Alliances, AbbVie, Johnson & Johnson, Abbott, and those kind of established companies. Now let us come to our biotech shares. In terms of biotech shares, right, if I sort it out, our established biotech shares are in good situation, like PFE, that is Pfizer, Novartis, they are doing well. Vertex is also doing well. Whereas Blue has managed to eke out a 1.46% gain. Regeneron is down, CRISPR is down, ArkG is down, Editas is down, TDOC is down, Intellia is down, and Beam is down. So, what can we say about these things, right? Let's look at Pfizer. So Pfizer is trying, let me go to a one-day view so we can see clearer. So Pfizer is trying to break through this resistance of 56.22. And if it does, then we have much more positives in line for Pfizer. Right now, the MACD is looking bearish, and the momentum has been lost. The RSI is weak, so it's likely to go down further, but positively by the end of the day. Novartis is doing pretty, staying up 88.41, and if I zoom out a bit, I can see that our next resistance is going to be at 89.29. That is this red line on the top. So that's where we are going. The MACD is bullish, and RSI is also pretty good, and it has got some more way to go before it becomes overbought. So there is more gains for Novartis before end of the day today. Let's look at Bluebird. Bluebird is up 1.46%. And if you look at this channel that we had, the bearish channel, we broke above the bearish channel, and we are going upwards on this. So this is a very good sign. Now this particular line, which was a resistance before, is now acting as a support. So you saw that we bounced off it twice, and now we are firmly above. Our next resistance is going to be at 11.65. That's what we have for Bluebird. And the MACD is turning over the signal line, and it's likely to go bearish shortly. Momentum is decent, so nothing to worry about that, just that it's pointing downwards. So there may be a sideward movements, but I'm expecting that we have good support from 10.02 as well as this diagonal line. So next, go on to Vertex. Vertex is up 18 cents or 0.08%. The next resistance to look for is at 224.46. Our MACD is looking bullish, and RSI is pretty good. So we should continue being in the positive for a while unless things change, unless the sentiments change. Regeneron, down 2.10%. It has gone below a whole lot of supports that we had for it before, so I'm going to change them all into resistances, and then after that we can look at this last support which has been breached, which is also going to become a resistance. So our next support is at 594.13. That's where we are. That is this last green line. Momentum is totally short. The RSI is absolutely at the bottom. The MACD is also very, very bearish. So things are not looking good for Regeneron. Let's look at CRISPR. So CRISPR is down 2.55%. And if I zoom out, you'll see that we have a support here at 66.36, and also this diagonal line, which was a resistance earlier. I'm going to convert that into a support because we have been out of it for a while. So if I drag this further up, so you can see that green line is now a support. So hopefully that's additional support for us if we go ahead. The earnings are coming up on 11th of March. So hopefully there's a catalyst out there for CRISPR. Let's look at ArkG. ArkG is still bouncing off the support at 58.36. I hope it stays above that so that we can assume that we are consolidating and start to aim for a resistance of 65.57. MACD is looking bearish right now. It is crossing over the signal line. So there is going to be a very big struggle out here, and I'm afraid that we are likely to fall below the support line. And then the next support is going to be 58.21. Sorry, next support is going to be 56.61. So that's what I see there. Also, the dark pool sentiment is negative. Let us look at Editas, which is down 3.92%. And we have just about broken through the support at 25.50. If today we end above 25.50, it will continue to be a support, or else unfortunately I'll have to convert that into a resistance. We are on a downward bear channel, and we broke below a support that was there for us, a horizontal support which was there for us at 26.67, which is this thick red line. So now we are below, and we have the earnings coming up on 8th of March. So hopefully we get some catalyst out there. MACD is looking very bearish. RSI is totally short out of momentum. Dark pool activity looks good. That's a positive. TDOC. So TDOC has a positive MACD, even though it is running negative 399. The MACD is bullish, and the dark pool sentiments are positive. So we have breached below the support level that we had of 92.32. So I'm going to convert that into a resistance. And our next support is going to be out here at around 84.91. And our earnings is also coming up on 2nd of March. So again, hoping for a catalyst out there. Intellia. So Intellia is again struggling at this support level. Let us convert this into a support. I don't know why it was a resistance. So it is struggling at the support level of around 108.01. So if we stay above this, it is good. Otherwise, our next support is going to be at 102.48. We also have this red resistance line, which is a diagonal line, which is going to bound us. And after that, we have another resistance, which is going to be at 132.97. So we have to break both those and go up. So things are not at all looking good for Intellia from a chart perspective right now. Let's go to Beam, which is the biggest loser today at 4.49% down. That is $3.52. And it is still struggling to stay above a support of 74.19. If we break through that support today, because our MACD is looking bearish and the momentum is falling in the RSI, there's a good chance that we might break below it. And if we do, then our next support is going to be out here at 70.08. So that's all I have for the shares today. So thanks to you all for watching the videos. I can see that our views have gone up and we have a few more subscribers coming in. Thanks for all your support. I hope you enjoyed this session. All the best with your investments. Just be careful. The markets are volatile. Talk to you again. Till then, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.